まずこれは取るような格好でいいですからね、こっち今度は引っ張りましょうね、こうやってね。
So just pull your clothes rather than actually grabbing him.
ね、片手でこれでガードしちゃうと、ここ
And
で
you're guarding with your
この
shoulder,
感覚、ちょっ
use
と
your
待っ
shoulder,
て。
and get the distancing.
この感覚でね、殴れますね。
You can hit him at this
これを覚えて
this distance with this feeling.
ここへ来てこれね、足が自分でここへ来るとこう当たります。
If you come to this position, then it will be just right.
ね、これをよく覚えておいてください。
So learn this well.
あと肩を使うと、
And then use your shoulder
これで自由にこっちでもこっちでもこういきます。
and be free.
はい、ゆっくりそれやってください。自分のつもりでね。
Do it very slowly as a sort of warming up.
はい、プレイ。掴んできますね。
He grabs.
肩ね。ショルダー。
You see the shoulder? Sensei's shoulder is working on his arm.
こういうこればかしじゃなくてこういうふうに殴り方。
And you can strike this way too.
ここでね。はい。ここでこう押さえておく。
You're controlling him.
殴るときこっちに来てこ
And move here
う。一緒に
with your legs.
のバランス。
He loses his balance.
Speak, please.
What does it speak? What does it sound like?
Well, the important part is the taking out of balance. He's doing the small move, and he breaks my balance. And then I feel that for him it's very easy to control me.
ですからね、殴ることより大事なことを発見することですね。
So it's important to discover the important, the essential parts of this movement. It's not just the hitting. The hitting is not the most important part.
殴るよりも大事なことを覚えてください。
This is more important than the actual strike you do.
いきますね。そこ殴るとこれでこれ離しますからね。こうやって、OK？ 持っていって、OK？ 見えない部分をね有効に使うようにしてください。
So you use the things that people can't see very effectively.
OK？ これバーン。はい、ワンスも。これがとっても大事だということね。
This is very important. The pulling with the shirt. Also, he's getting his leg at the bottom.
Feeling, please.
Sometimes you can get hit by one car. But what about when you get hit by many cars at the same time? That's what it feels like. First,
これが大事ですね。それ足を殴ることをみんな考えちゃうのね、前で。ね、ちゃんと当たるところにこう構えになってる。
The important thing is to move so that you're in a kamae.
ゆとりを持たないといけないね。天地陰陽で引っ張る。
Into, for example, tenchi inyo no kamae.
ね、そうするとこれですぐに、
And then it's very easy to get his hand.
これで思いつく。OK？、もう僕がちゃんと技かけなくてもね、モンガさんなら分かるからね。
Even without sensei putting on the technique, Bryn knows what is happening here.
ね。
Don't think it.
OK？ こっちから今度裏逆からこれ。
You can switch into uragyaku.
逆にね。正しい構えの変化がとっても大事ですね。
So it's important to have variations within the correct kamae.
OK？ ね、だから僕は形から離れなさい、技から離れなさいって言ってるのはそこなんですね。
That's why sensei always says, move away from the techniques and so on.
何かそこに止まっていますとね、変化が全然天地陰陽の変化ができないんです。
Move away from the techniques and the forms, because if you're stuck with them, then you'll never be able to change. You won't be able to do like the inyo, the yin and yang interchange.
陰陽っていうことは虚実とこの間も言いましたようにね、
Inyo is very similar to kyojitsu, truth and deception.
同じフィーリングでしてね、
It's the same feeling.
ですから嘘をつくとか嘘をつかないじゃなくてね、虚実っていうのは変化ということですね。
So kyojitsu doesn't mean just sort of tricking people or telling lies or something. It just means changing things.
ね、まあ人間が呼吸をしている、ね、炭酸ガス吐いて酸素を吸う、 まあそんなもんだと思っててくだ
It's
さい。
like breathing in oxygen, breathing out carbon dioxide. It's just a change like that.
難しく考えないでください。
Don't think of it as something too complex.
あんまり難しく考えると心臓が止まっちゃうから。
If you think of things that are too complex, your heart will probably stop beating.
わかります。
You understand?
OK? ね。命がそこでザ・エンドになっちゃいけないからね。
Your life must never just reach the end of the film, so to speak.
虚実というものをあまり難しく考えないでね。
Don't think of Kyojitsu as something too complex.
ナチュラルなものだと思ってくだ
It's
さい。
very natural.
OK? はい、ちょっとそれを練習してください。
Okay, practice this for a bit.
プレイここでね、相手が取ってきてきますね。
So if he grabs you,
何気なく、ここで相手の手を捉えてますね。はい、それで、
very simply, he is already taken.
OK? わかりますね。はい、ワンスモー。ディスタンスがとっても大事ですね。
The distancing is very important.
OK? 刀を使うとこういうふうに変わってきます。ワンスモーゲン。
If somebody is using a sword, then this is how it might change.
これを使わない場合、今度肩をこう使いますね。
If you're not using your clothes, then use your shoulders.
OK? ここで殴りますね。
You can punch here.
OK? ここにつけてこれで腰を殴ってきます。
Or you can lift him up, lift his arm up there.
オーライ。プレイ狭いですからね、たくさんいらっしゃるからね、飛ばさないで稽古してください。
But please don't make the people actually sort of fly through the air because it's far too narrow a training space here. So be very gentle.
はい、プレイ。OK。まあ、掴まれたらね、
When he grabs you,
この両方のね、肩甲骨でもってこう、相手の手を取る気持ちだけね。
and you should have the feeling of trapping his hand by using your shoulder blades, just the feeling of doing it.
OK。この辺に行きますね。
So you move to here,
それで、ここを打つと、下を打つと危ないから、上から打つんです。
and if you strike down at the bottom, you might hit his sword and hurt yourself. So
Okay.
you strike upwards instead.
上から打つんです。わかりますか？で、これ取っていくわけですね。
And then take his sword.
これで。こういうふうに変化していくわけですね。
And change it this way.
よいしょ。で、よいしょ。よいしょ。おれ。はい、プレイ。はっ。わかりますね。
You understand? You see what's happening?
OK? 今のコツを覚えてよ。
Learn the knack of doing this.
相手掴んできます。ここへ来て足を取ります。
When he comes to grab you, you move here and take his foot.
OK? これが大事ですね。
This is important.
下から上へ行きますね。
And then strike from the bottom upwards.
頑張ったら上へ行けばいいですから。
And if he resists, then you go further up.
OK?
Okay?
このままね、落とす。
Then just where you are. Just
OK? ほら。こう。これディスタンスを取っちゃ
you get your distance by doing this.
う。OK? 体で相手曲げていく。
You make him bend by using your
で、殴
body,
る。OK?
and then you strike.
はい、プレイ。
もう構えになってますね、最初から。
Right from the beginning, you're in a kamae,
それであと、肩を使って肘を曲げたね。
and then you use your shoulder to make him bend his elbow,
曲げながら、
and you make him bend as you strike into him,
それで両手を上げる。
and then you lift his hand up using both of your hands.
先生は足こう逃がしない。
And Sensei didn't let him escape right to the end. He was holding his foot.
こういう感じ。でもね、みんなの見ててね、
But as Nagato Sensei is watching,
早すぎて見てないんですよ、見てるようだけど。
watching everybody training, everyone's doing it really fast, and looks as though they're sort of watching, but really aren't watching and are missing the point.
表逆でもこう。
So even with your motogyaku, you've got to do it right.
はい。
ワンスモープリーズ。はい、OK! はい、プレイ。なぜ僕が足が踏んでやってるかね。
So why does Sensei step on his foot?
これね。なぜ僕足が踏んでここへ来てやってるかね。
Why is he moving this way, doing this?
思考っていうのをはめるんです、忍者はね。
Because you also
Sokko.
have shiko, well actually it's sokko, the claws that you have on the foot.
そのために、これで押さえていくわけです。
So he's putting the claws into his foot, into
あと体を
Yabanaka-san's
使っ
foot.
て、肘を使ってね。
And then he uses his shoulder and his elbow.
それで、手で殴る、体でいくね。
And then rather than hitting with his hand, he's hitting with his whole
また
body.
こう上げればね。
Then if you lift it up this way,
OK? OK? 相手困らせるね、こうやってね。
you put him in a very difficult situation.
Understand? 動けるかい？
He can't move.
はい、これをこう、来ますね。肩で来る。
Move here, use your shoulder,
ね。それからこう、肘で来る。
then your elbow.
刺しやすいね。
It makes it easy to stick a knife into him.
昨日ね、5段を買った方ね、全部上がってください。
Okay,
19名。
all the people who passed the fifth Dan test yesterday, 19 people, please come up on stage.
All right, sit down. Sit down. さあ、5段受かった方ですからね、後ろからこう掴んでくるのがね、何か感じるようになってきてると思います。
So as you've all now passed the test, you must know what it feels like to have somebody coming at you from behind.
ね、驚かずゆっくり動けるわけだ。昨日もね、考えたりしたりしちゃダメだって僕が言って。
Like yesterday when Sensei said, you should not be afraid, you should not be surprised, you should be able to move very slowly.
ね、一般的に言われる人間的な常識じゃない、結局動きをみんなキャッチできたんだから。
You've captured this sense of movement which is not common sense for human beings.
はい、それをセンターに置いてね。それをセンターに置いてね。
So use this as the focus, the focal point.
OK? それで今の技をですね、皆さんでちょっと前とは違うぞ、俺たちはっていう感覚で演舞してみてください。
So use this feeling as the sort of focal point and now demonstrate the technique we've just been doing to show to everybody and to yourselves how you have changed thanks to passing the test.
自信を持つことね。
Have confidence.
OK? 考えなくていいんだから。自信を持てばいい。
Don't think about anything, just have confidence.
はい、それでやってごらんなさい。
And so, yeah, use this to now demonstrate the technique.
OK? プレイ。Congratulations. Thank you. 掴んできようと思って挨拶。そう分かる相手ね。掴んでくるの。後ろにいるのって教えるね。
Oh, you're giving a clue to the person that there's somebody behind them.
OK。ね、そうすればたくさんいろんなことができる。
Then you can do lots of different techniques.
OK。カモン引っ張ってきて。よいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょよいしょ。はい、プレイ。OK。表逆に返してね。OK。ワンソー。OK。ベリーグッド。どうもどうも。OK。Thank you。OK, thank you. Once more again. Hi, nice combi. Change. Okay. Jack. Okay. Next one. You. Okay, okay. All right, very good. Thank you. お、すごい。嬉しいや。
日本人は
ほらね。はい、very good. Thank you.
We did this, yeah?
こう取ってて、こう殴って。これで、向こうやっちゃっちゃかわいそうね。
You wouldn't want to push him off the stage here.
ね、そのためにこっちへ返す。
So that's why, to be kind to him, you turn back the other way.
ね、そういうことも覚えておいてくださいね。
So learn this too.
これを武士の情けって言うんだよな。
This is the compassion of a warrior.
Alright? はい、プレイ。
when you get grabbed, you move here.
掴んできたらこう行くことね。あと
It's
肘でこ
important to
う。
move in here.
これで殴るね。
Then you strike
でこう引くね。
and pull.
体で取っていく。
Take them with your body.
Understand? Once more. で、こういうことも覚えておいてください。こ
Learn things like this
うやっ
too.
てね。掴んでいくことが大事ね。
If you're grabbed, you grab
引っ張るね。
and pull.
Sensei, when he grabbed me, the interesting thing I was just speaking to him about was that he had my elbow locked with his elbow, but I don't know how he did it, and I was there. So I was like, I don't get that. How did you get that, Sensei? And because he's talking about this wrapping up all the time, so it was that kind of feeling. I was like, what? How did that happen? So,
Thank you very much. Play!
We were just talking about, well, this art and how mysterious it is, and you don't see everything. And Soke was commenting that in this century, everyone will be able to understand his Budo starting from now as he looks around the room. And the reason that he hasn't shown everything in the past is because once you learn the form, then the form can be defeated. So if you keep the taijutsu in mystery, it will survive much, much longer. Because once you know it, then you can defeat it. So that's one reason why the training is so mysterious and not like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on everything. And that's another reason why he says we should not memorize techniques or learn them all, but just go with the feeling.
Thank you very much. Play!